Welcome back, everybody. We have on the couch right now our very own Joanna Moonen, our political affairs reporter. Thank you so much for joining us.
Exciting to be here.
I'm so glad you're on the couch now. This is your first time on the couch.
First time.
Yes, this is really great, and we have a lot to talk about. So you and I, we both went to the first debate, which was last night. How do you think it went?
I think it went really well. All of the candidates are really personable, really well spoken. They really all came out running.
Absolutely. I noticed, because in previous years, it's been, 4 or 5 candidates. And I was a little worried thinking, oh my goodness, there's only going to be 3. But they really came out guns blazing, and they're quite charismatic people.
3 exceptional candidates.
Yeah, absolutely. So I also noticed a big energy in the room, not just because of the charismatic delegates or whatever, but the voting members. It was really lively in that debate. I mean, we just got to sit there as media and watch, but there were a lot of placards going up.
Yeah, and I think the debate actually got extended by an hour even. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they were really well read up on their platforms. There were a lot of direct questions, and I think all the candidates really addressed them quite straight on.
Yeah.
Though about the platforms, I want to know, do you think there was a time throughout the night from when you were watching that there was kind of a bit of a tension brewing between the questions being asked and what they were able to answer to both of you?
You know what? Yeah, I think some of the questions weren't directly addressed because I think we were both talking about how a lot of the questions they were giving them the answers.
Okay.
And it was almost like they were feeling pressure to just kind of answer that particular way. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, people were getting really excited asking their questions, and there was a lot of sort of leading questions. I noticed.
Definitely.
So poor, Sousa, who's the Speaker of the House, he had to sort of give people the axe sometimes because it was getting a little long-winded.
Yeah, definitely.
But they were getting to some really interesting points. Now, they had words to...
Yeah.
They were given one word to say about their campaign. What would it be?
Well, you can't mention them
question.
all.
Can you comment on some of those words?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good question.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so we had DBR. His word was badass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Forgione, he said feasibility.
Yes.
Oh,
Very
okay.
good.
Right.
And then Omid kind of just dropped the F-bomb there.
Yeah.
So, and I think that really does represent him. I think he did a good job at answering the question.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Round it all up with that one word.
Yeah.
So all in all, 3 words that did a good job. But look, this is the thing. Like you mentioned, there's 3 candidates this year. There's a very, very, very narrow spectrum of what people can expect. So these campaigns have to be tight. They really have to have things that the students want, or they're not going to get the votes. Now, I know Forgione was mentioning something about how he wanted to have cell recharging stations around the USC.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, that was
UCC.
a big point.
That was a big point, and yet I've read actually that he acknowledged that would be a challenge to put in if he were USC president.
Yeah, they were really realistic.
Yeah.
As far as what's feasible on their campaign.
Definitely. I think that's something that needs to be done. And it definitely can be done. So I think that it's good.
It's sort of hard to see if there's going to be a front runner this year.
Yeah.
Because they're all quite good. Now, I'm wondering, we went out backstage pass with the USC from BPC. We went out at midnight, and we went to go around campus to see the signage, because the big signage night to put all that stuff up was at midnight on Monday. And how did you think that went?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a disappointment. There weren't a lot of people out there putting up their signs. And interestingly, all of the current USC members were out there. Maybe it had something to do with the expected 30 centimeters of snow that never came.
Snowmageddon.
But I don't know. But you know what? After seeing the debate last night, I'm a lot more confident in how the elections are going to go this year. I think it'll go well.
Absolutely. At any point where someone, DBR is very environmental, I noticed. That's
So I've heard.
One part of his campaign, very green. But with that, he would go off about being environmental. The other 2 candidates would respond to that and saying, oh, well, Forgione brings up the battery thing that he wants to do as well. So how do you think do you think they play off each other at all?
Yeah, I think they kind of do. DBR, he has a lot of good things, like specific environmental things on his platform. Forgione, he does have good ideas for environmental issues, but I don't think they're as specific. I think maybe there is a bit of a pressure to say something environmental on your platform, but a lot of the things that he has do exist. There is a place where you can return your used batteries at UCC the renovations desk. and you can get rid of your ink cartridges downstairs at the campus computer store. And those are all things that, I mean, they do exist. Maybe it's just they just need to promote it, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess definitely they all did address the environmental issue.
So after having seen the debate last night, what do you want to see now from the candidates, say, in the next debate, which is on Saturday?
Right. Well, I think we definitely got a good idea of what they all stand for. I think now it's just going to be who can articulate better what they want to do and who we're really going to believe is going to carry through with what they said. They all have a lot of plans, but it's just like who we're going to trust. Everyone has great ideas.
Yeah.
I just wanted to address one thing. I know you guys just mentioned that you didn't see necessarily a front runner. I just wanted to see, do you guys have an opinion on the fact that 2 of them are affiliate students from affiliate colleges, and Forgione's from, you know, he has Social Sci backing him up, the biggest faculty on campus.
Yeah.
Do you think that could play an issue at all,
How do you figure?
The
or maybe to his
affiliates.
advantage?
No, because I think they addressed the issue of the affiliates well. I think
Yeah.
there were a lot of questions asked about how they were going to address
Okay.
the affiliates last night, and that way, yeah, I don't think it will come to be an issue.
Yeah, and with that, it seemed very inclusive. You know, with the affiliates, it was, yes, I am from this, I am from, you know, I'm
This
from
school,
Huron,
right.
I'm from this one and that one. But we are all students here, and it's, you know,
Exactly.
the people for the people, which is, I think, a really nice way to run a campaign this year. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. That was
Thanks, Joe.
exciting.
More political stuff to come with Big Purple Couch as we give you your backstage pass.